Greetings, Earthlings! Welcome back to Films from Mars, the channel where we explore forgotten gems, cult classics, boutique Blu-rays, and all those films that deserve a second look. Today we're talking about one of the strangest and unique performances of Sean Penn's career, 2011's This Must Be the Place, directed by Paula Sorrentino, showing Sean Penn as a retired rock star searching for the meaning across America. What is this movie about? Sean Penn plays Cheyenne. He's kind of a wealthy, retired goth musician living comfortably in Ireland. He's kind of a recluse. He's famous, he's rich, he's disconnected from the world. He learns out that his father died in America. He decides to return home. He hasn't been on a plane in a while, so he takes a boat and discovers that his father spent decades obsessing about finding this Nazi concentration camp guard that tortured him during the war. Rather him returning back to his comfortable life in Ireland, Cheyenne decides to, finish his father's mission, and he has little clues. So what follows is a cross-country journey through America as the aging rock star is kind of trying to find this ghost from his past while trying to understand his own life. Sean Penn, what more can I say? I've been watching a ton of Sean Penn movies recently, and you can see a little bit of this kind of Robert Smithish look that he has. The guy's just great in everything. His third Academy Award for One Bell After Another this year. I've really went back and said, hey, I want to rewatch a bunch of Sean Penn movies. I watched Racing with the Moon. I watched the absolutely terrible Shanghai Surprise. I watched We're No Angels, At Close Range, and then this recently. And it's the reason why you're watching it. It's just Sean Penn being quirky and weird. Obviously he's playing this sort of weird Robert Smith adjacent, with the makeup and the hair. He's got this kooky voice. His wife in the movie is Frances McDormand, which is really fun. He's got this slow walk, sort of like One Battle After Another, where he's just like his entire acting is not just the dialogue, it's everything about him, his mannerisms and stuff. It feels funny. This movie's definitely offbeat and weird and quirky. I hate to say the Coen brothers because those guys are just in another level, but it's got that flavor, and it starts to unfold and not the deepest of character dramas, but it's really interesting where this place goes. He's hunting a Nazi criminal, so you got this weird aging rocker trying to find dad's torture, guy. And, he meets some people along the way, and, like any great road movie, it never goes as easy as planned. Got some great music. This Must Be the Place from Talking Heads is in this. It's mentioned in this. There's other great choices. I remember watching the movie and like every needle drop, I'm like, yes, this is awesome. Lonely Highways and the, Forgotten Towns and Quirky Strangers, the great needle drops. What more can you ask for? And this is honestly another movie that I want to highlight because that's what we do on this channel. We try to highlight these kind of movies that just kind of got forgotten. And I forgot about this movie. Going through this, Sean Penn rabbit hole I'm going on, I'm like, man, why have I not seen this? I watched the trailer, and I hope you guys too. Just throw the trailer on and you're like, whoa, how did this slip through the cracks? I have not seen the director's other movies. I heard The Great Beauty is definitely worth watching. It's definitely on my watch list. Maybe it'll be a future episode. But, he obviously has a visual style. Now, do all these elements of quirk and all that stuff make a great movie? I don't know. But for a fun 2 hours, I think it's totally worth the time, especially if you like Sean Penn. But, again, the more and more I look at Sean Penn's work, the guy's great. I know he's probably a bad person or a jerk to people and whatever political things that he gets into, though noble and sometimes rubs people the wrong way. You got to admit the guy's got some acting chops. From a young age up until now, you watched Racing with the Moon and At Close Range, a couple of his early stuff, and he's great in those too, I think I'm going to do At Close Range in a future episode. There's a really great Vinegar Syndrome Blu-ray of that out. But yeah, if you like movies about, kind of late stage coming of age or regret or family relationships or, trauma, and I highly recommend this. Very, very fun, very enjoyable. Sean Penn forever. So it deserves a lot of attention. Have you guys seen this movie? If so, please, have some thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this episode, be sure to like and subscribe. Until next time, keep watching great movies, keep collecting physical media, and remember that best films aren't always from Earth.